Crypto.com, Crowcoin holders. We got a video for you guys. Today I want to talk about Crowcoin and what I think is going on with it. Are we getting ready to see a nice little bounce, or are we getting ready for more downward sell pressure? We're going to be talking about that. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel right now, hit that bell. Welcome back to Crypto Report. Let's hop in this video. All right, guys, so we're starting off here on Crypto Twitter. You can follow me at 333blackc. I say, make Crowcoin great again. Guys, smash the like button to make Crowcoin great again, because boy, do we need it sometimes. And I think right now, while we're close to nearly not all-time lows, but really kind of cycle lows, I think that we need some extra juice, if you will, some extra love for some Crow, because guys, I do think that although it may look bleak right now, I do think that one day, you know, based on Chris Marszalek, the CEO of Crypto.com, what he said was by March 2026, you're going to be happy with the price of Crowcoin. So I'm going to listen to that, and I'm going to believe in that dream, you know, guys, but I will say, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I used to have millions of Crowcoins. I've sold, honestly, the majority of my portfolio on it back in 2024. And basically between 2021 and 2024, been selling all the way up to $1, all the way down, all the way back up to 20 cents, all the way down. I still have a few 100,000 Crowcoins, but I believe in it. I'm going to hold it. I have it staked. I've got my cards, my crypto Visa cards, and I'm going to see what plays out here. I'm willing to trust Chris Marszalek and see what happens by March 2026. Very, very curious. Let me know in the comments below if you think I'm absolutely crazy for saying that, because I know it can be tough to believe in it. And I understand why people are upset with Crowcoin because of this 70 billion minting of coins. It's upset a lot of people because, guys, let's be honest, Crypto.com basically brute forced it. Has proven that Cronos is not decentralized. It's a centralized entity basically controlled by Crypto.com. It's as simple as that. And yes, they're separate entities, but really they're only separate entities when it benefits Crypto.com, in my opinion. But smash the like button to make Crowcoin great again, because I think that we need that right now. So looking at Crowcoin right now, we do have a glimmer of hope here. We have a glimmer of hope across all the crypto space right now, because Bitcoin is doing something, and this is basically a microcosm of what Bitcoin is doing. We're seeing green candle closures above 0.0830, right, guys? This is basically a higher high, basically. Getting ready to have a higher low here if we don't break below 0.0830, and this is basically the first step moving us towards a reversal, guys, a bullish reversal. So do I think that's going to happen right now? I will tell you one thing. I'm not going to say it's going to happen right now, but what I will say is that, guys, this is the first step required, and we're seeing it happen across the board on crypto, and I expect there to be like a lot of volatility, honestly, because, guys, we're not done with these tariffs. We're not done with them. I know. It's so annoying. It's pretty relentless and tiresome. It's very difficult to keep track of these tariffs, and the market can't digest them because every day there's new news about it. It's one day, okay, these are the max tariffs. Okay, now we're having reciprocal tariffs. Okay, now there's a pause. Now there's not a pause. Now there's exemptions. Now there's not exemptions. It's all over the place. It's very, very hard for the market to digest this when it's moving so fast, guys. It's moving faster than crypto, and crypto really is kind of been like stun locked as the traditional market has been swinging back up and down, up and down. And we have had quite a lowish volume weekend as usual. But guys, I do expect there to be more volatility. If you do want to take advantage of the volatility, check out in the description box below or pin comment down below with a $5,000 sign bonus to Blowfin. All you gotta do is click that link, deposit, trade a little bit, you get a bunch of free money. Guys, be careful leverage trading right now. I think that what I'm doing, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but what I'm doing is I'm waiting for this price action really to see if this is a bull trap or if it's the beginning of the reversal. That's what I'm really waiting for before I start to decide if I'm going to long or really what I'm going to decide to, because I've been shorting a lot on the way down, and then I've been doing some high leverage, low time frame scalping, and now I'm sitting on my hands and I'm waiting for some confirmations before I go degen long, because boy, oh boy, it is fun to be long, and it's been a minute. It has been a minute, guys. So looking at Cronos right now, we're sitting at rank 38, up about 5.17% in the past 7 days, down about 3.52 in the past 24 hours, basically because the futures on the traditional market are down because the news on these tariff exemptions are fake, I guess. We'll see if that changes tomorrow, though, because that's kind of how it's been. It's been very ping-pongy. Looking at a $2.28 billion market cap on Crocoin. But, guys, I'm happy to see us above 0.0830. That's a very important price level. It's a magnet. We talk about it all the time here on the Crypto Report. This yellow line, when you break below 10 cents, you almost always come and touch it. When you break below it, you almost always come back to it. Well, you do always come back to it based on the history, but you don't stay below it that long unless we're in like a true bear market and a true oversold territory like what we saw back here when we were at about 5 cents back in August of 2023. But guys, this is the beginning. This is a little glimmer of hope. I'm going to be confident in this. I'm going to say, hey guys, let's see how this plays out, because on Bitcoin, I don't want you guys to see that yet, but this is it's something we'll talk about in a second. On Bitcoin, we are starting to see the beginning of a reversal. There's a good chance that this could be the bottom. Could we come up to 88K and reject down? Yes, and I wouldn't be surprised to see that. Us come down, reject, come back to say like 77K. That would not be bad. I would like to see that. And then I would want to see basically a move that overtakes 88K and comes and either tests 94 or breaks above it. That's what I want to see. Now, okay, guys, I've been talking about this recently on the Crypto Report. Just a little fractal for fun. Do fractals always play out? No, but are they fun to kind of theorize and figure out what could possibly happen? Yes. This is the breakdown back in 2021 to the new high in 2021. So from April to November, okay, this little breakdown right here. And I brought it over here because, guys, it looks like something like this could easily be playing out right now. And it hits the support levels perfectly, okay? Coming down to 73K. We've been talking about 73K for a long time. And then bouncing back up, touching 94K, spooking the bulls, making the bears get excited, and then making a double top. I think something like that is very possible to play out. Does it have to play out? No, but this is my bullish hopium for you guys, okay? My bullish hopium. Because I do need to be clear on this, you know? When it comes to the traditional market, this is really what we need to be paying attention to if you want Bitcoin and Crocoin to make new highs in 2025. Because right now, we are testing 5,500, okay, as resistance. Man, really need to overtake that. Really want to see a nice V price action like that here. But if we don't see that and we reject off of 5,500 and come back down, we're probably going to make a new low if we don't double bottom. We'll probably break below 4,800. And if we do that, then we are in a recessionary period, okay? If that happens, then guys, this probably doesn't play out. It probably doesn't. It's probably we rally, just like how we're going to test 5,500 on the S&P 500, and we'll probably come back down and make new lows. And we could even come down to say 51,000. Like a worst case scenario if like things get really, really bad. But guys, inflation's coming down right now too. I think that if it starts to get in that recessionary period, like breaking below 73,000 on daily time frame, S&P 500 is probably breaking below 5,000. And I think the Fed steps in because the bond markets are getting a little shaky and the Fed doesn't want the collapse of the U.S. economy, okay? They don't want that to happen, and the bonds are showing. So if we close below 5,000, I don't really think that we go below 51K or come and test 51K. It would have to get really ugly. But I do think that if we get into a recessionary period, the window of getting a double top and coming back to 110,000 by the end of 2025 becomes less and less likely, in my opinion. And that's me being just transparent with you guys. I want to be transparent. I don't want to be a mega moon bull 24/7. And I'm not going to be a mega bear 24/7. Okay. I'm going to tell you guys what I'm seeing and the different scenarios that can be playing out here. And that's what I'm telling you. So I do think that there's hopium here. This is the first green light. This is the first glimmer of hope that we are getting ready to see a bullish reversal, guys. Okay. But if we break back down and close below 73K, that's kind of my line in the sand where I say, all right, guys, well, probably going to be breaking down further, probably going to be spooking a lot of people out here, and the traditional market is probably bleeding at the same time. So, and if that does happen, you may ask Black Sea, well, what do you do in that scenario? Guys, I'm going to be buying so much freaking Bitcoin. It's going to be insane. It'll probably be the most Bitcoin I've ever bought in my entire life. Anything below $60,000 Bitcoin is a steal, in my opinion. Can it go lower than 60K? Yes. Can it go lower than 50K? Probably not. Probably not unless we saw like a massive depression, like a Great Depression scenario, but I don't think that happens. I don't think that happens. But guys, if you like this type of content, please hit that like button. Subscribe to it right now. Let me know if you're bullish on Crocoin. Do you think that the traditional market and Bitcoin are going to rally, bringing Crocoin back up? Or are we going to have to be sitting on our hands for a little bit here and just scalping and doing leverage trades? Because hopefully it's not that. I'm a bigger fan of swing trading, but if I get pushed into that area where I have to leverage trade, I'll do it. But it's a lot more fun to just treat leverage trading as a fun little gamble and not as like, this is how I'm trading to make money. The way that I trade to make money is by swing trading. But that's all I got, guys. Hit that like button, hit that bell, follow me, 333 Black Sea on Twitter and Instagram. That's all I got. I'll see you next one. Bye-bye.